Okay, well, sit your ass down.
Without hitting the cord.
Without hitting the cord, preferably.
So fucking
Complicated? It's because I didn't set the time. I don't have time to set the time on cameras. I don't give a shit. Time doesn't matter. Really?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You ready?
So many rules.
So hey everybody, FearlessFront here. This is FearlessFront right to my left. Today we're doing a Q&A video, basically asking me anything pertaining to my videos, pertaining to tractors, pertaining to my personal life. So we're going to go through Facebook right now. We asked the question on Facebook, what would you ask me if you could ask me anything? And, if you want to get involved in future videos of things like this, be sure to like my FearlessFront Facebook page at facebook.com/FearlessFront. I'll post the link below in the description. But let's get started and look at some random questions.
Let's go. Jay Bernard said, "What's your day job?"
Well, I do landscape construction, which basically involves the construction of patios, walkways, cutting down trees. Typically, I run equipment. I'm a landscape foreman, so to speak. I drive a Bobcat skid steer, Bobcat excavator. I've been with this company
Since 2001.
Yeah, 2001, so like 15 years now. Been with them for a long time.
Yeah.
I like it because it's a different thing every day. So, I mean, basically anything you imagine landscape related except mowing lawns. That's the only thing really we don't do. You gonna do water? Are you serious?
Yeah.
Are you serious right now? You're spilling it everywhere.
It's everywhere. It's everywhere.
So when you have kids, apparently there's responsibilities involved. And my wife can't handle those responsibilities.
Stop it! What are you talking about? I am nailing this.
Yeah, you're nailing it all over the counter.
Shut up! Doc Sprocket asked, if there's one piece of advice that you would give a first-time builder with nearly no knowledge, experience, or tools, looking to get started in mower modding, what would it be?
Probably I would spend less money on the tractor itself and try to save my money for the modifications. Basically, the older the better. If you can find an old Cub Cadet or an old Sears or an old wheel horse, things of that nature, those are really the best rigs to modify because the old stuff just seems to hold up better. It's built stronger. I would look for that sort of thing before anything, and definitely buy yourself a decent set of tools, a welder, right angle grinder, drill, and that would basically get you started into basic mower modding, really.
Tim Smith said, what's the future for the Sears and more builds?
The Sears. Oh, well.
The good old Sears.
The Sears is the boss, isn't it? For the Sears, since the new edition of the alternator, I would definitely like to put headlights on it, some LED lights. I think I want to do a rear winch as well as the front winch, and probably an air pump. Kind of make it closer to actually Doc Sprocket's mule build, kind of an all-purpose, all-in-one sort of thing. Yep. Something that just basically can go out in the field and just be like an overland vehicle. Just basically has everything you need to get you and everyone else through the trail. And
Tim Smith asks again, are you and your son going to do a romp together?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, come springtime, I think the whole family and I are going to do a romp together. Yeah, I definitely think so.
How could we not?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, what's
so many toys at our fingertips right there.
Yeah, that's a no-brainer.
Brendan McDonald asks, what inspired you to start doing all of this?
Oh, that's a good question. That's one I get asked a lot.
Yeah.
Well, when I was a kid, probably 12 years old, I want to say, we grew up, not a lot of money in my family, and I couldn't really afford a four-wheeler because back in the day, four-wheelers were really expensive, and they definitely seem more accessible to lower budgets nowadays. So the cheapest option for me was to save up my birthday money and buy a lawnmower, because I basically realized when you took a mower deck off of a lawnmower, you had lots of ground clearance, and I thought, hey, let's take this off-road. I wasn't doing the mods that I am now, obviously, because I was 12. I didn't know how to weld. I didn't know how to grind and cut and stuff like that. It's still fun, the fact that you basically built something to do something other than its intended purpose is kind of fulfilling, and it makes you feel good to know that something that could barely mow up a hill without spinning a tire can now drive through, foot deep mud holes and throw rooster tails out the back is just, it's really satisfying. I love it. I mean, anyone can go buy a four-wheeler for X amount of dollars and drive it down a trail, get to the other side, and be totally fine. And I mean, that's just not what I'm all about. I definitely like building things to
stepping outside the box.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's
Absolutely.
fun. I mean, I have enough money I can go out and buy an ATV. I kind of don't want to. I definitely
It's the easy route.
Yeah, exactly. Anyone can do that.
Yeah.
It's store bought. It's an appliance at that point. I mean, you take a lawnmower and modify it. I mean,
It's an accomplishment to be able to take a simple mower and bomb it around like a four-wheeler.
exactly. I mean, I've followed all four-wheel drive ATVs, and I've actually pulled them out with the Sears going down the very same trails in a two-wheel drive garden tractor. I mean, so
It's more fun.
yeah,
Let's
it's
be honest.
definitely fulfilling.
It's way more fun.
Fulfilling. And people, they'll give you crap for driving a lawnmower, off-roading a lawnmower and stuff like that. They think you're a joke, but in the long run, I mean, when you're following them down a trail and they realize that you're not getting stuck, I mean, they start to get a little bit more respect for you.
Absolutely.
It's pretty fun.
Josh Call. When will your wife start romping with you?
Well, she's already romped with me at least once.
Yeah.
Actually, twice. There was
That was
only
on the side by
video.
side.
There was only video of one, and that was her on the golf cart, the redneck side by side. The other time, we didn't actually film because just out of privacy issues with you, and I didn't want to put you on
Right.
film. I just didn't want to expose that side of my life right away. I wanted to make sure you were comfortable with that sort of thing. But the redneck side by side, she went on a ride with me, and you actually really enjoyed it, didn't you?
I did. I had a lot of fun. It was nice to be part of your world, essentially.
And you and both the kids on one machine was pretty cool.
It was
and
really cool.
You were just as, if not more capable than some of the tractors we went with.
Yeah.
A lot of people doubted you.
Surprisingly, they didn't think I would make it up.
A lot of people doubted her
things.
right from the beginning, but she did really, really good, which was awesome.
It was a lot of fun. I can't wait until spring and summer.
Absolutely. So yeah, we'll definitely be doing it again very soon, actually. I mean, once all the snow melts, I mean, obviously we're in the middle of January, so I mean, once all the snow melts and it's springtime, we're going to be hitting the trails together
Absolutely.
for sure.
More to come. Ed Madigan asks, would you recommend the Chines diesel engine for a Sears Suburban work tractor, snow plowing, lawn mower, gardening?
Okay, read that again, but that word is Chinese.
This does not say Chinese, this is Chinese.
No, that's what he intended to say. Chines? Really?
It does not say Chinese. It says
No,
Chinese.
I know it doesn't say that, but autocorrect is a bitch. We just tell you.
Okay.
Chines. The Chines diesel.
That was weird. Alright.
What was that? Oh my god.
Okay. Ed Madigan asks, would you recommend the Chinese diesel engine for a Sears Suburban?
Alright. So I'll ask this question since Mrs. FearlessFront can't handle it. Would you recommend the China diesel engine for a Sears Suburban work tractor, snow plowing, lawn mowing, gardening, etc.? Thanks. Well, Ed, I actually would recommend this engine. It's extremely versatile, has a lot of torque, very, 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 very fuel efficient, which I can't believe. I've even got the clone, the diesel clone. It's a clone of the Yanmar diesel, 10 horsepower. The only thing I probably wouldn't recommend it for is the snow plowing, only in the sense that... Really? Only for the reason that it might not be the best for cold start situations. You know, being a diesel, gas motors are a little bit better than that. Diesels use a slightly heavier oil. You might want to let it run a little while, for like 10 or 15 minutes before you actually start working it, so to speak. But other than that, the thing is extremely fuel efficient, and I would definitely recommend it to anyone. What is your problem? Really? Really?
You want to get out the set here?
Oh my god. You fucking smash your head into my damn lighting. Look at the camera. Whack. Oh, it's funny how the lighting goes all screwed up.
It's trying.
Oh, it's a good thing you're cute.
That's all you got going for me at this point.
You can't read a simple YouTube question. Facebook, I'm sorry. Oh my god.
Alright. Okay, stop. I can't do this. I can't do this whole video shit. Noah asks, how much does the diesel Sears cost?
The Sears diesel. Alright, well, all things included, you gotta consider the cost of the Sears itself, the diesel engine itself, the tires, paint, all that stuff. I think I did a rough estimate a little while ago, and it was right around $1,100 or $1,200.
I can't remember exactly, but I think it's around there.
Yeah, and what's great about the Sears, and any Sears for that matter, is you can go on SearsPartsDirect.com and get almost any part brand new shipped from the manufacturer to your door for a pretty modest fee. It's pretty amazing that something so old is still supported by the manufacturer, which is one thing that really loves Sears. Parts are pretty easily found and accessible by the average person. So yeah, right around $1,100-$1,200 for the Sears, and I honestly think it's worth every penny to me. I mean, I take that thing off road, and it puts a smile on my face anytime.
It really is.
Yeah, it's great. It really is.
We've done a lot of yard work with it.
Exactly.
It's been very beneficial.
Yeah, it's been a really cool rig.
Yeah.
I'll ask you.
I don't know an answer though.
You do know the answer because you live it every day.
Alright.
This one, I'm going to ask Mrs. FearlessFront. This one from Dylan Anderson. Mrs. FearlessFront, what is it like to be with the most popular dude in the mower world?
It's a bit crazy. We got a lot of people stopping by, a lot of mail in the coming in for stickers and stuff like that, and it's a little crazy.
Not what you expected?
No, but I love it. It's evolved, it's grown, and it's not what I was expecting, but it's really cool to see how it's evolved over the years. Absolutely. It's fun. Thaddeus Ferguson asked, how tall are you guys?
It's random. I am 5'6", so 5.5 feet tall.
I'm like 5'4.5", I think.
It's not very tall. Average, I guess.
Garrett Young asked, what type of lawnmower would be good for a mudder mower?
Oh, well, it's actually probably easier to answer that in the opposite way. What's not good? I would avoid hydrostatic. I would avoid MTDs. Basically that double pulley variable speed drive clutch in the middle of the vari drive that they put, where it has two belts. One belt runs from the engine to the center drive, and then from that center drive to the transmission, and your transmission is basically only forward and reverse. I would avoid that. Those are better than hydrostatic because at least they're still gear driven. But the more belts you have, the more opportunity you have for belt slippage, and it's harder to actually pulley swap those and get the belts at the correct length, because if you don't get them just right, that vari drive isn't going to work perfectly. But also, older tractors are better than the newer ones. I will say that. Like, old stuff is definitely cool.
Steve S. Getchell asked, why did you mod a Sears GT? What got you into off-road lawn tractors?
Steve Getchell. Well, Steve, I only modded the Sears Suburban just to make you mad because I knew you loved it so much. No, seriously though. The only reason I modded the Sears is because it was what available to me in my area. They're fairly plentiful. They're built super heavy duty. I knew it would hold up. I mean, as well as you know, Steve, those things are they're tough. They are super tough. And I got it for $100. You know, I brought it home as a rusty mess.
I thought I needed a tetanus shot seeing that thing.
Yeah, you couldn't believe I brought that thing home. I told her this was going to be the next best thing, and she totally thought I was crazy.
It looked rough.
Yeah, it was rough. I figured, tires and, fixing the engine and the thing would be good to go, but it turned out being, I needed to, do the usual thing like tires, locking the rear end, stuff like that, paint. But I ended up swapping the engine out for something completely different. It came with an Onan opposed twin, which I wasn't really a fan of. But it basically all came down to availability. That was the only thing available in my area. I looked for at least a month or two, and actually another YouTuber, La Pavoni Mac, Sean, as his name is, he's the one that actually found it for me, messaged me, says, hey, you gotta go check this thing out. It was like a 35-minute drive for me. I went and got it, $100, loaded it up on my trailer, had a couple flat tires, brought it home, put $1,000 into it, and now it's the Sears diesel. Everyone loves that thing. So basically, I guess I don't know why necessarily I picked the Sears, just because it was what popped up first to me. That was old and garden tractor-ish, if you will.
Charles Heckman asks, will you ever sell the Sears or Murray, and if so, at what price?
Well, the simple answer to that is no. I would not sell the Sears or Murray.
No.
They're way too valuable to me. It's like asking me to sell one of your kids. If I had to pick a price, I don't even know where I'd start. I mean, I'd basically ask way more than anyone would be willing to pay in a Sears.
It's so much more than just a price tag at this point. It's
right.
An emotional attachment to all of the pieces for
and not
one
even
reason
for
or another.
Me, but for everyone that watches me on YouTube, like, if I sold either one of those tractors, people would hate me. If I had to choose one to sell, I'd probably sell the Murray over the Sears, just because I can do more with the Sears than the Murray. But the Murray is
hard.
Yeah, the Murray is
so
more
hard.
fun.
It's a foundation.
I know, the Murray is what built the channel. The Murray is what gives me an adrenaline rush driving it. But the Sears will basically drive through anything you put in front of it. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I probably wouldn't sell either one, but
if you had to.
If I had to, probably the Murray.
Or the wife.
Yeah, Stephanie would probably be the first one to
go. Next question. Kyle Ledoux asks, both of you, snow or rain?
For both of us?
Yeah. Rain.
Oh, definitely rain.
Hands down, without a question.
Yeah, I definitely prefer rain. Number one, you don't have to shovel rain. Number two, rain makes mud, which makes for more fun in the off-road lawnmowers.
Absolutely.
What are your reasons?
Oh, God, I just hate snow with passion.
Yet you live in Maine.
I know, I don't know what I'm doing here. I don't know why I'm here.
I'm originally from California, so I don't know why I'm here either.
True blood here, Manor. It's awful.
Yeah.
And I can't. It's awful.
I lived in California until I was like 8 years old, and then my parents moved out here to Maine, so...
other than I'm just sticking it out.
I was kind of stuck here. I met her, and then I was like, you know what? I'm not going to move away because she's the best thing that ever happened to me.
It happens.
Yeah.
So yeah, rain.
Rain. Definitely rain. So there you go, guys. That
down.
So there you go, guys. That is the first edition of the FearlessFront Q&A with Mrs. FearlessFront. I think I'll be doing more of these in the future because this was really fun. As usual, if you guys want to be involved in the next one, like my FearlessFront Facebook page. Keep an eye out for me asking for you to hit me up with questions, because I'm sure I'll be doing this again before too long. This was a lot of fun.
It was fun.
Yeah, and I hope you guys feel more enlightened. You feel a little more connected with me and possibly Mrs. here, because I'm sure you guys, we kind of seem different. People meet me in person and they think I'm the celebrity and they think I know everything about lawnmowers, and really I really don't.
You're very down to earth.
Yeah, I am. I'm very laid back. We do what we do and we enjoy it.
Yeah.
So that's basically it for this video. If you guys liked it, make sure to leave a like below, leave a comment below. Be sure to like the FearlessFront Facebook page. Also on Instagram, you can check me out on there. I'll try to post more on there. But But that's going to do it for us today. We'll see you in the next video.